Hey guys, so I tell like it is, Beppe Marotta, the guru of the transfer market, had the biggest steal of them all. This guy fleeced United with Paul Pogba. Now he lands Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid, If you can't beat UEFA, then join them. He used the parent club Exor and all of its automobile companies that it owns to put together sponsorship deals with Cristiano Ronaldo. Already the move is paying for itself with the stock value. And now Cristiano Ronaldo can do what LeBron James set out to do, which is to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs. LeBron James and Michael Jordan, that's the one thing that you really point to, is that LeBron James and Michael Jordan, that's what Cristiano Ronaldo is trying to become here. It was Michael Jordan that won his 4th NBA title in 1996, 23 years later. LeBron James, I think, is going to win his 4th title next year. And it is Juventus that's going to end a 23-year title drought. They do it with one of the greatest himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. 23 years later from the 1996 Champions League final, it is Juventus that's going to win. May the 22nd was the day that they last won the Champions League. 22 plus 5 equals 27. That's why Juventus have a 2-7 record in the Champions League final. It has to do with the 5th month and the 22nd day. 23 years later, Juventus is going to end its Champions League final drought. The last time an Italian team won the Champions League, it was at Madrid. It was also played on May the 22nd. Next year's Champions League final is going to be played at Madrid, Spain. Ronaldo's going to win at Madrid. Next year is going to be the 64th Champions League next year. And at that time, it's going to be Ronaldo with 6 Champions League titles and Messi with 4 Champions League titles after the 64th Champions League. In gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers, the 64th Champions League is next year. It is Juventus Football Club. It is the coach Massimiliano Allegri. It is the Jewel de Bala, or La Gioia in gematria, that equals 64. So let me type in La Gioia de Bala. The year 19, the 64 Champions League. De Bala is going to win the Champions League. Paul Dybala, why Juventus didn't win 2017? He signs from Palermo for 23 million euros. That was your clue that he was going to end Juventus' 23-year Champions League drought. 22 prior years of not winning the Champions League. It is Spagna, the Italian word for Spain, that equals 22 in gematria. For Juventus, it's years of heartbreak. It's the end of a Champions League drought, title drought for Juventus. The end of a Champions League title drought, 23 in gematria. After Juventus win the Champions League at Spain, the team that wears the black and white Freemasonic stripes, the Italian word for Mason, Masone, equals 23. They win it with Ronaldo, who's a king himself, the first Champions League title for Juventus since they won the 41st Champions League final against Ajax. Likewise, Spain equals 59. The phrase until the end, to fight until the end after all this heartbreak, fino alla fine, that equals 59. It is stadio, the Italian word for stadium. Stadio Wanda Metropolitano, the host for the final. In gematria, that equals 104. Now, it may have been part of the plan deep in the future for Buffon to win the 64 Champions League, but I think this phrase is proof that sometimes the plans change. It may be Buffon that's going to win the 65th Champions League with Paris-Saint-Germain. 22 prior seasons of not winning the Champions League. Spagna, the Italian word for Spain, the site of next year's Champions League final, equals 22 and 104 once again. Stadio Wanda Metropolitano, until the end, fino alla fine. Last year's Champions League last year's Champions League campaign for Juventus ended at Madrid, when Buffon got thrown out and whatnot. Also with the 104 in Gematria here for Fino alla Fine and the side of next year's Champions League final, Cristiano Ronaldo. He was born in the year 1985, and he's 33 years of age. Let's start off with 33 years of age. Juventus FC and Masonry both equal 33. He joins a club that wears the Freemasonic black and white stripes. 33 is the highest degree of standard Masonry. Cristiano Ronaldo, born in 1985. He ends Juventus Champions League title drought after 23 years. His birth year adds up to 23. It's 19.
France in a bill.
Okay, going back here, 1985. His birth year also adds up to 104. No coincidence that it is him that's going to help Juventus end its Champions League title drought. Fino alla Fine in Spain, 59, 104 in Stadio Wanda Metropolitano. Big clues for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's going to be 34 years old, February the 5th of 2019. The Italian word for end, fine, equals 34 and 25. Ronaldo born on 2-5, February the 5th. Italia equals 52 and 25. The 5th day of the 2nd month or the 2nd month in the 5th day. Be my guess. That is Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday. By the numbers, he's going to be the one that's going to help Juventus fight until the end. Also, 1985 and February the 5th. 2 plus 5 is 7. All this adds up to 111. 111, you ask? It is Juventus that was founded on November the 1st. They were founded on November the 1st, Juventus Football Club. This is why it's always been part of the plan for Ronaldo to join Juventus. November the 1st, 1-1-1. November 11-1. That forms a 111. Ronaldo's birthday, numerology, yes, it equals 111. This is why it was always in the works for Ronaldo to join Juventus. That was totally the case. So here, moving on. Torino equals 37. The Italian word for Turin, 2-7 in the Champions League final, can be 3-7 with its 3rd Champions League title. Juventus, the Italian word for and is E. De Bala e Ronaldo equals 57. Gana el Triple, win the Treble next year equals 57. Beppe Marotta, the mastermind, his birth year is 57. 1957 adds up to 22. It is Spagna, the Italian word for Spain, that equals 22. February the 5th and the 25th day of March. What is the time duration from their birthdays? Beppe Marotta, 107 days from his birthday to today's date, the 2-year anniversary of Ronaldo winning the Euro. 107 days. A big number for next year's Champions League. Beppe Marotta's age of 61. The final being played on 6-1, June the 1st. 6 plus 1 adds up to 7. But here is where 107 holds a lot of significance for next year. Beppe Marotta's birthday of 61 years of age. GOAT, the GOAT, in Gematria, or greatest, I should say. Greatest, the greatest, equals 61. The greatest equals 61. That's why his age is super significant. Also, his age is the date of the Champions League final, June the 1st, 6-1. So that's always significant. But going back to the 107-day duration from Beppe Marotta's birthday to today's day of July the 10th. Here is where all the championship tributes hold a lot of significance. The Messiah, Cristiano Ronaldo, you may ask. 107. Forza Ronaldo, power and strength of Ronaldo in the 64th Champions League. No doubt that is where it holds all the meaning. Championship drought equals 107. Campionato, championship equals 107. the captain for Juventus, Giorgio Chiellini, 107. Madrid, Spain, Madrid, Spagna, equals 107 in gematria. All fitting by the numbers, you know. 107, Paulo Bruno Exequio Dybala equals 107. Buffon ha vinto la tripleta. May have been part of the plan, but changed at the last minute. The triple equals 107. All these 107 connections for Juventus, for Italy, the Italian word for championship, for Madrid, Spain. It's going to hold a lot of meaning. It really is Italian gematria. The number 23, Cristiano Ronaldo, ending a 23-year title drought for Juventus. 23 is the 9th prime. And what's significant about 23 being the 9th prime is that all of this would happen right after Cristiano Ronaldo played for Real Madrid for 9 seasons. He ended a 9-year spell at Real Madrid. 9 years at Real Madrid is 23. That is the 9th prime. He ends a 23-year Champions League drought for Juventus. All of this is no coincidence, all by design. This is why he left Real Madrid after 9 seasons. This is why he's going to go back to Madrid and win the Champions League to help Juventus end its 23-year Champions League drought next year. So continuing on, the number 53 is going to be significant too for next year's Champions League, because it is Madrid Spagna that equals 53. Giorgio, the captain, 53. Forza Juventus, 53. Massimiliano, the Juventus coach, 53. The midfield, Sami Khedira, Bryce Matuidi, Pjanic, 53. I Campioni, the champions, equals 53 at Madrid. Spagna equals 53 in gematria. This is all starting to connect together for the Treble winning season for Juventus. The Treble equals 41. The last time they won the Champions League was during the 41st season. Win the final, hasta el final, with Dybala. Both equal 45 in gematria. It is to do 13 that equals 41 as well. To do 13, 13 is a lucky number in Italy. It was Real Madrid that won its 13th Champions League last year. 13, the lucky number in Italy. Ronaldo leaves for Italy, and he wins number title 13 for Real Madrid. He's going to win Italy's 13th Champions League title. Who knows if it was possible if he returned to England. Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United's a big club for the number 13. I knew Liverpool would lose the final because it's about the number 13 here for Manchester United here to be the next English team to win the final. And again, it's not over for Buffon even after this year. Why I think he's going to win the Champions League next season with Paris-Saint-Germain in the 2020 final. But how about the end in Spanish? El fin, the end. El fin, the end of a Champions League title drought. Gematria equals 46. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve, fino alla fine, the fight until the end. Ronaldo's birthday numerology next year adds up to 46, and we have June the 1st of 2019 that adds up to 46 as well. The end, you know, Forza Juve, fino alla fine, power and strength to Juventus until the end. Forza Juventus FC, fino alla fine, Juventus FC. Next year is the 122nd season in the Champions League for Juventus. Juventus 121st season. So Juventus would be defending the Champions League title in its 122nd season. That is the significance of Forza Juventus fino alla fine. The defending champions in their 122nd season. Now 121, next year's going to be their 121st season. Here's what's significant about 121. Tripleta, the Italian word for triple, equals 121. Juventus win the Champions League. Juve vince la Lega dei Campioni under 21 in Gematria. This is why under 21 is significant for the treble. Forza Juventus. How about Forza Juventus Football Club? You know, that's got the number 53 in it as well. Forza Juventus until the end, all the way to a Champions League title. Any under 13 references in my calculator? Paris-Saint-Germain is who they're going to beat in the final. That's what this phrase is talking about here. Forza Juventus fino alla fine. They beat Paris-Saint-Germain equals 113 in reverse full reduction. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo here, keep in mind, he was born in the year 85. This is why he played for Real Madrid. It is Real Madrid that equals 85. La Juventus, the Juventus gana el triple. The Juventus win the treble in Spanish equals 85. They do it against Paris-Saint-Germain. They do it at Madrid. Ronaldo returns home to Madrid and he wins the Champions League. Ciudad de Madrid. 64, 6 for Ronaldo, and 4 for Messi, Champions League title-wise. 10 combined Champions League titles. The emergence of the Jewel Dybala in Europe. Dani Alves, he wore number 23 with Juventus. It meant that he was going to lose the final with them and win the Champions League, or lose the Champions League final with Paris Saint-Germain. That's why he wore number 23 with Juventus. He was going to lose the final when Juventus win the Champions League again. And then Blaise Matuidi, who used to play for Paris Saint-Germain, 33 goals before joining Juventus, the Freemason club. 23 league goals for Paris Saint-Germain. He helps Juventus end the 23-year Champions League title drought. He wins the Champions League against his former club, Paris Saint-Germain. And Gianluigi Buffon, part of Paris Saint-Germain. Well, it is N that equals 14, so 1 win for Buffon and 4 losses. That is certainly in the works. But Beppe Marotta with the huge steal on July the 10th to win the treble with Juventus. This is what this move is about. Let's see the time duration from July the 10th to the day of the final. Today's date numerology, July the 10th of 2018. Believe it or not, adds up to 55. It is the 2009-10 Champions League. That was the 55th Champions League. Inter Milan won that Champions League. The last time an Italian team won, 9 years later, Juventus ends a 23-year title drought. 23 and 9th prime. It was May the 22nd that Juventus won in 1996. So that's what the date numerology of today is all about. And now, June the 1st of 2019, here's what's significant about 6-161. Beppe Marotta's birthday, the transfer whiz, and then never give up. In Italian gematria, it's going up here, non-molar may, never give up. This may have been part of a script for Buffon to win with Juventus until it changed in the last second. I'm just theorizing, but the old lady in Spanish, La Vieja Señora equals 46, the end of a Champions League title draw equals 46. When I was birthday numerology, the numerology of the Champions League final, it's all starting to add up. So let's see the date duration from that day to the Champions League final. 10 months and 22 days. 10 months and 23 days. It's got a lot of 23 in it. 47 degrees in a Freemasonic compass. 47 weeks later. This is what I'm starting to see. Now, how about the start of the 2019 Champions League campaign? Because this may hold the answer. 3 and 7 in the Champions League final. 18 plus 19 adds up to 37. Plus 20 is 57. Beppe Marotta's birth year in 1957. Massimiliano Allegri, people. Allegri, he became a coach. Let's talk about Allegri here, where he became the coach. He became the coach in, let's see. He became a coach in 2003. 20 plus 3 is 23. 9 plus 1 plus 6 plus 7 is 23. Again, Allegri equals 64. The 64 Champions League is when he wins it with Juventus Football Club. You know, he was just playing part of a script for the last 4 years. Massimiliano Allegri, what goes around comes around for the guy. And, you know, Real Madrid even wanted Massimiliano Allegri. So how superior are Juventus are to Real Madrid? In many, many, many ways. Very fitting by the numbers how this is going to be the case here. Now, the start of that Champions League. So, I need to go to that year's Champions League. It begins on the 18th day of September. So, the amount of time from it's official for Ronaldo at Juventus to, you know, September the 18th of this season. Time span of 10 weeks. The ball is number 10. 71 days. There's more to come, but the treble is coming. Ronaldo and Dybala are going to win the Champions League together. Dybala's birthday, November the 15th of 2018. Birthday numerology of 64, 38, 48, 53. His birthday numerology of 64. 6 Champions League titles for Ronaldo, 4 for Messi. And then we have from November the 15th is February the 5th of 2019, the date duration from their 2 birthdays. It would be 83 days between Ronaldo and Dybala's birthdays. It is football in gematria that equals 83. Football. So Juventus is going to win the treble, the steal, 7 straight Scudettos. Then number 7 heads over to Juventus. The end of a Champions League title drought for Juventus to fight until the end. Cristiano Ronaldo is a member of the team. Ronaldo and Dybala are going to win together. Blaise Matuidi, Pjanic, and you have El Capitano, Giorgio Chiellini leading the way with Buffon. Giorgio Chiellini, the best defender out there. Here's the thing about Giorgio Chiellini's birthday. It's that 9 plus 1 plus 8 plus 4 is 22. It is Spagna, Spain. That equals 22. 14 plus 8 is 22. So his birthday always has had a lot of significance. And it is... He's going to win the Champions League at 34 years of age like Cristiano Ronaldo. And to me, that's not a coincidence at all. Because fine, end equals 34. The captain's birthday to Ronaldo's birthday. 34 years out of the 68. It is championship in gematria that equals 68. So Giorgio Chiellini is going to be a significant contributor. When you do not include the end day, the amount of time from Giorgio Chiellini's birthday to Ronaldo's birthday, their 34th birthdays, 25 weeks, 2-5, February the 5th, Italia equals 25, 5 months and 22 days. Giorgio Chiellini's number 3 is all about leading Juventus to the 3rd Champions League title as the captain, Giorgio Chiellini. 13 years later to do 13 once again with Juventus. 5 months, 22 days, May the 22nd of 2010, Inter Milan won the Champions League. May the 22nd of 1996, Juventus win the Champions League. The 23-year title drought would end. 23 to 9th prime, 9 prior seasons with Real. Juventus are going to win the treble with Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Avielo. Ronaldo's on my team now. I hope Argentina win the World Cup in 2022. This is a place to be if you're a LeBron James fan, a Lionel Messi fan, or Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Forza Juventus, Fido alla fide, campione!